Live from the studio of his parents' basement, the Have You Seen It podcast.
Hello and welcome back to the Have You Seen It podcast. My name is Mason Knight. Sitting across from me is the one and only Cash Krause. But before we begin, if you guys can please be sure to smash that like button, comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notifications. We drop videos here every single day. Help us get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We know we can do it. Shout out to you, High Side Crew. So with that said, Cash, what are we reviewing today?
Well, Mason, it's the continuing of the Drive spell at the box office. Not a lot coming out these days. August was abysmal. September, not much better. So we got to go back. We got to go back. We're going back and watching, not too far back.
No.
This movie was in and out of theaters because it was a box office bomb.
Was it really? That's really unfortunate here.
Definitely.
Budget,
Look at that.
60 mil.
Made it cool.
Box office, 12. Not good. That's about 20% return.
Probably did not even pay for Idris Elba's
no
his budget there.
You know what's really sad about that is I'm actually really excited to talk about this film. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah, it's 3,000 Years of Longing, directed by George Miller, best known as directing Happy Feet.
Yep.
Of course.
Happy Feet's terrific.
and
obviously your choice of film for the best, one of the greatest films of all time.
Happy Feet too.
Yep.
Happy Feet. That's the one. Yeah.
You threw me off there. I was like,
no, of course he's much more better known for directing Mad Max. Yeah. All of the Mad Maxes. He's amazing. 77 years old.
Wow, he's old.
Australian, I know. Usually this means, though, he does a movie in between the Mad Maxes, so now we just have another 14 years until we get a new Mad Max.
Well, I have heard speculations and rumors that they're doing the, what's her name, Furiosa?
Yeah, that's Furiosa. It's not Mad Max, though. But
in the same universe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not going to have Mad Max. It's not going to have Max in it at all.
But it's still part of the universe.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be awesome. I don't know if he's directing that, though. Might just be producing it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that has Anya Taylor-Joy in it. I think
it does.
I think they started filming that. Oh no, he is directing.
Yeah, he's directing it.
See, that's great. That's
set to release in 2024.
Just amazing.
Yep.
No, that's gonna be amazing. Yeah. But yeah,
Anya Taylor-Joy, Chris Hemsworth, and Tom Burke.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth playing a bad guy.
That'll be fun.
That will be fun. That'll be awesome. Yeah, I can't wait for that because his Mad Maxes are just unbelievable. Yeah, great cinema. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about 3,000 Years of Longing, a fantasy romance, Mason. Now, this got pretty good reviews, bombed at the box office. But, of course, I think a big part of that was advertisement. They did not put a lot of advertisement behind this thing. I didn't even know the week it came out that it was out. I don't think anyone knew.
No, I had no idea this was out until after the fact, after it was in theaters for a while. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. That's
And in a pretty barren August, they should have put a little more money up for this thing. Because I think it could have done a little bit better when there was nothing coming out. Or they could have put this film in February, where I thought it would do really well, being it is a romance film, for sure.
Well, again, the themes of this was actually a lot of fun, and I typically don't like romance films.
Yeah, well, if you're going to do a romance film,
gotta have a little
fantasy film in there,
of course.
For sure. Take us back.
For me, like, I actually find myself enjoying this whole film. I never looked at my phone, was never distracted. I did watch it here. I watched it on Prime Video Early Access.
Yeah, I did, and I think it will do better on VOD. I enjoyed it. It definitely wasn't my favorite George Miller film. I had some problems with...
Oh, really? You didn't like this one more than Mad Max?
Maybe Mad Max.
That's a hot take.
Thunderdome? Maybe Thunderdome it's better. But no, it's... I thought it had some pacing issues as well, but for everything else, I thought it was a perfectly good film. The visuals were amazing. I thought the cinematography was really good. The time traveling aspect was really nice. It was just a story that I wasn't super involved with. But it does star, like I said, Idris Elba and Tilda Swinton. I love me some Swinton for sure.
Well, she's pretty good.
And maybe playing the most normal role that she's ever played.
Yeah, I'd say so, at least in the last 25, 30 years.
She's just playing a normal gal in this, which is not what we are used to at all. Usually she's playing some kind of psychopath, which I love. She does a great job in everything she's in. But yeah, was supposed to come out a little bit earlier, got stopped because of COVID, of course. But yeah, it tells a story of a time-traveling djinn. Well, time-traveling, he just lives forever. But he can take you back through time through his storytelling, Mason.
And I got to be honest, like that's one of the things that I actually enjoyed about this film quite a bit, was just that it was more so the journey of the djinn than anything else.
I really thought if they had spread that out amongst the entire film, it would have been better. Like if all three stories went, because the three stories kind of happened right at the first half. Then the second half is Tilda Swinton falling in love with him.
And the wishes came rather abruptly.
Yeah, for sure. And her he did tell a great story, I gotta say, but she fell in love with him rather abruptly as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was her first wish.
Yeah, I know. But it was after 3 stories. She was like, "Oh fuck, I love this guy."
He's a great
The stories were great.
Yeah.
First story, honestly, was about him fucking his cousin, Queen Sheba, which I don't know if that was
Different
working
times
for me.
different folks, different strokes.
Different
Cash.
folks. It was like 25,000 years ago or some
Exactly.
shit. It was the old civilizations,
Yes.
and they had all kinds of. What about that? The council of Sheba had. It was a seahorse man. It was a centaur back there. There was like an octopus.
A weird combination.
What a crew.
Yeah.
She was running with. Queen Sheba, though, if you didn't know, half djinn. You can tell by those hairy ass legs.
Man, it looked like she had never shaved a day in her life.
Those things.
And I know a few women
some
like that.
volume. My God.
Yeah,
they were lengthy.
Some Dove soap in those.
You're gonna have to do something, but yeah, his. So basically, he tells the story of Alethea, which is she's a scholar, British scholar. She's got haunted by demons. I think even before she finds the djinn for some reason.
Yeah, she's definitely got some. She's definitely hallucinating and going through some things.
Yeah,
some psychological issues.
I guess maybe that to me that meant maybe she was part djinn, because a lot of people in this film were djinn related. I think everyone was in the stories. But yeah, she finds a bottle one day. Classic story. You rub the bottle and a big fucking genie comes out.
What country was that? In Istanbul, right?
Istanbul,
yeah, that's
Turkey.
where she found it. Yes.
Yeah. Of course, if you're gonna find a genie, it's got to be in Turkey, Istanbul.
Sure.
Why
I don't really have a theory on that.
Why the hell not?
I would think Aladdin, where...
it's Middle East, though. That's all around
I
that.
guess so.
It's right around that area.
It's got to be Saudi Arabia or something.
It can be, anywhere. But yeah, so she finds it's the writing is good because it's not a classic story where she gets wishes and she's like, all right, I wish for $1 million. She doesn't want to wish at all. Does not want these wishes because, of course, every genie story in the world has it's a monkey paw situation.
And I'm saying the djinn is not the best poster boy for here, have the wishes, because every story ends in tragedy. Yeah. Every story ends in sadness. Or essential suicide. I mean,
murder usually. Almost they're always.
Yeah, a lot of murder, a lot of jealousy.
Yeah. But it tells it's great that he tells these stories because at least you get kind of like, okay,
context.
I know what not to fucking wish for, because some of these people jump the gun like we always see. Some people hear wishes. And they're like, tell me.
I'm burning those bad
nothing
boys
else.
Up. Yeah, I am burning those up in 10 minutes. I'm like,
me zero context. I will just wish.
Yeah, really, Jen, I don't care about the stories. My first wish.
First wish, speed that shit up. I don't need it. But yeah, she tells 3 tales. Well, really, they were not. They're cautionary tales, but they're tales about how he was stuck in just multiple different kinds of vases and vases, and just
which is brutal because Sheba, finds another lover and then puts him in a bottle for 2,500
King Solomon,
years.
and King Solomon is straight up Gandalf in this. Yeah. He is a powerful wizard.
Very
that guy's got tricks up his sleeves.
When he was just so easily just
not in that,
he's making love,
still pumping away.
He's pumping.
He's tying knots.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
that's called a good multitasker.
Well, I mean, you're that powerful.
Yeah.
But yeah, King Solomon takes his gal, also his cousin, Queen Sheba. She's half djinn as well. But yeah, that was the first story, and he just blasts him out in the fucking ocean.
He does,
for thousands of years.
Well, he throws it out of the window, and then, of course, the hawk catches it.
Yeah, beautiful scene, I thought. Great scene.
Yeah, good scene. But drops it, and he's sitting in the ocean, in the bottom of the ocean for 2,500 years. Luckily, fishermen come by, just scrape that net at the bottom of the ocean, pick him up.
Doing some, yeah.
And then he was built into what? What was it?
A lot. He built into a wall.
Yeah, a wall.
He's built into a wall in this gal.
1600s.
Of course, yeah, the Sultan. Ottoman Empire.
Good time.
Oh, if you're an Ottoman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no.
To not be an Ottoman
was not a good time.
Was not a good time, yeah. To be anyone around the Ottomans, not fun at all. But yeah, he was built into a couple different things. Eventually built into a wall that almost, I thought for sure this girl might die.
That's what I thought too. But she steps up because she's in love with
a slave,
the prince.
Yes.
And climbs up, falls, and then gets a little piece, takes it home, breaks it open, and ta-da!
Yeah, and I gotta say, Idris Elba, I thought did a really good job as the Jinn in this.
Yeah.
You know, he's great. I think for me, he can be hit and miss sometimes, but I thought he was really good in this, especially when he's kind of freaking out. He starts dying, spoiler alert, but he's speaking all different languages and whatnot. It was a really good scene, but I thought he does a really good job.
Yeah.
I did not see the Lion movie that he's in this year.
Beast.
I did not see that.
I've not seen that either. Did not.
But what I heard, a lot of people said it was fun, which is what I heard. But I just do not care about Idris Elba being hunted by a giant CGI lion.
Yeah, it's just not up my alley.
No.
You know, give me a good shark film. I'll take shark film 10 times out of 10 if it's good. Jaws good.
Yeah.
Or Deep Blue good.
Yeah.
Which was not really.
I do like an animal. I do like what is it? Ghost in the Darkness, which is a lion film, but from the 90s. Val Kilmer's in it, where he hunts lions.
I've not seen that.
It's so good.
Really?
Yeah, if we were going to do Beast, I would definitely have us do that one before, too, because it's great, yeah. It's like takes place in the 1700s or 1800s or something.
What was that one crazy film Rogan talks about a lot? It's a lion film, but
it is that one, I think.
Oh, where people died on set?
Oh, no one died on set.
Okay.
They did use real lions, though. It was in the 90s, of course.
Of course they're going to. They're all coked out still. They're on that hangover of all the coke.
Yeah, it's 100% real lions.
Jeez.
Every scene.
Every scene?
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's great, and I don't know, no one. I think in the Omen, of course, you know, I think one of the handlers got torn up by a lion in the Omen, and it's the Omen, so that story took off. But yeah, it happens, of course.
Oh, of course it.
You have a lion on set, someone's gonna get mauled.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you get a dog. You get a dog on set. If it's like a vicious dog barking at you, they can bite you too.
Of course, any animal.
Yeah, just because they're trained.
Although some great animal actors out there.
There are.
For sure. And their CGI is it's hurting that career for
R.I.P.
sure.
Air Bud.
Air Bud was great. I just watched The Witch and the Goat, and that is
Black
so
Phillip.
fucking
Black
good.
Phillip is
he's
pretty
fighting
good.
the dad, and he's
fighting the dad.
I
In the
cannot
voiceover work, he's got a great
the voiceover
voice.
is maybe could have won some kind of award.
It should have.
Sure.
I don't hear too many goats that have voices that.
But that
nice.
goat fighting, and that's not CGI. I mean, he's fighting the dad throughout the entire film.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. Yeah. But yeah, did not see the Lion film, but Idris Elba, he is good in this. Tilda Swinton, of course, is great in this. And like I said, it had some great visuals. I love the whole Sultan scene was really cool. His fat brother, who was what's his name?
Yeah,
Ibrahim, which is a real guy, and he was like named Ibrahim the Mad or something. He was exactly what he looks like in the movie.
Yeah, super fat.
Super
Disgusting.
fat. Loved chunky women.
Oh, love the big women.
This
the
guy
bigger,
was ahead
the better.
of the game. Yeah, he was checking fat content. He was
doing measurements. The greater the amass, the greater the measure.
When he sticks his hand out and it's full like oils and his brother's like, what the fuck?
The hell? He's like, all right, I'm not gonna kill him.
It's so funny. They literally locked this guy up and in just a sex room where he just has sex all day
because they wanted to have heirs.
Yeah, and I don't think that ever because Murad the Fourth, he takes off. No one knows where that guy's at. Goes a little crazy. That's the second time he's reopened. He's reopened this time by a slave.
Yeah, you got to feel bad though because that whole time he was so close to having the Murad find him as a kid.
Because if it's not 3 wishes given out, the genie just is like in limbo. He's invisible. He doesn't even go back inside he's just wandering around.
Yeah.
But if you make 3 wishes in this one, I don't think he goes back in the bottle. He's like free.
He's free, yeah.
Yeah.
But no one can get the 3 wishes.
No one can get the 3 wishes.
It is brutal.
There is one really good scene where he's unlocked by one of the largest concubines, and she is a beaut, for sure.
Oh, they call her Sugar Lump?
She smashes that tile. Easy, bro.
Look, I'm telling you,
like
it makes easy work of it. Yeah, it was an easy day at the office for that big broad.
But smashes it, and I like that scene too where he pops out and he's begging her.
She's just like, back in
give him
here,
a wish, though.
demon. Go back.
Yeah, she's maybe the smartest gal in the... Also, though, from concubine to governor, that gal...
Pretty quick.
What
she
else do you
up.
want?
She moved up the ladder.
What else do you need?
She failed upwards.
She did start from the bottom. Now she's literally running the country.
She's probably still a bottom.
Yeah.
For sure. You can't be top being that big.
I don't know.
That's unsafe.
Abraham was pretty large,
That
too.
is true. That is true.
But yeah, that's the second time. And the third time is not by a real person at all. It's just a Turkish merchant gal. Who was, remember, she's the one that's like Leonardo da Vinci because she's a woman.
Right.
So nothing gets made.
Science, witchcraft. That's
literally
what that
the
is.
one.
You're a witch.
This chick is making flying devices. She's making helicopters.
She's pretty intelligent, but not intelligent enough. You want to know why? Doesn't have a penis.
I know the goal of the old guy that kind of owns her. He's got to walk to her little tower where you could see blueprints everywhere. He doesn't look at anything.
Doesn't phase him at all.
Straight to the bed. I mean, if anything, he'd take an invention and make big money, right? And be like, "This is mine.
This is my work."
But the fact that doesn't have a big old wang between her legs, he says, "I can't even look at this helicopter. Don't need it.
Don't care. I'm
Parachute,
literally here for one thing." So we're not even going to get on the bed. You're just going to lean over the bed.
Yep.
I'm going to, do my thing.
Under the
finish,
covers,
and I'm
not
out.
needed.
Not needed. Cuddling afterwards? Are you kidding me? I have 4 other wives I got to get to. Okay, I don't have time for that.
And those bitches.
Oh, they're just as unhappy.
Not as
old hag
brilliant, but
coming in.
very...
It's brutal.
Anyways, with the moral of that story is, though, she eventually wishes for all the knowledge in the world, which, seems like definitely like a monkey paw, like a give and take thing, obviously,
yeah,
right?
And it's almost like I wouldn't ask for all of it. I'd ask for certain elements of it, but if you ask for all of it, it's going to blow your mind.
I know, and it did.
Oh, yeah.
She had too much shit going on.
She did. She went a little crazy, that's for sure.
For sure, but...
and then they kind of fell in love.
Oh, of course, that's a story that sells it for Tilda.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. Of course she's going to fall in love with this guy.
But
she hasn't met a dude under 80 in her entire life.
It's crazy.
I mean, she's going to fall in love with anyone.
Literally anyone. Anyone who is not wrinkled and decrepit.
Anyone that's not 88 years old. But yeah, they fall in love. But eventually the knowledge becomes too much, of course.
It always does.
And she says, I wish I'd never met you.
Oh, no.
And that's a big problem.
Yeah, that's a problem because instantly she forgot he existed.
Yeah, that's pretty much, and I really liked, that's pretty much the first half of the film, and I really enjoyed that, I thought. I like those 3 stories. I like the back and forth of Tilda not wanting. I just did not feel like I needed them to fall in love for this movie to work for me.
Yeah.
But they do. They do fall in love, unfortunately.
They do at the very end.
And you honestly don't spend that much time with them in love. She goes to work one day, comes back, I couldn't stop thinking about you. And then he's like, and there is some writing I did not like, but I'll get to it. But and then he's like, well, I spent the best day ever. I saw a guy go inside someone's brain, stop bleeding, like all this technology when I loves it.
Because it's incredible how much humans have done in 200 years.
Yeah. But then he goes, the 5G, it's killing me.
It's killing us.
It's giving me... It's turning the frogs gay.
It is. I've heard. I've heard the frogs are getting pretty gay these days.
So the gin becomes very Alex Jones-esque.
It does.
He says
it's worrisome. Tilda's like, you know what? I gotta let you go.
Shut these towers down. So it does. It gets worrisome. But yeah, that's pretty much what's happening to him. He's dying because of the radio waves. The technology was too much, I guess.
Yeah, because remember, he's a what was it? He absorbs that energy.
For some reason, they break down like
The science
like
of
the
it.
metachlorians.
It is the midichlorians of 3,000
He's
years
electrons, they say.
Yeah.
He's pure electricity, right? That's why the merchant.
He's a conductor. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Why do I need to know that?
I don't know. I didn't need to know that part.
Why?
And I actually forgot about it until we started talking about it because it's that little.
Yeah, I know.
But
it becomes a big part of the movie because that's how he's dying. He's like, he can't live in this time, which I don't know what he's going to do. I mean,
he's going to have to go to a different time, different galaxy.
I don't think he can do that. I think he can just go to different places. I guess he can go to the Amazon and live where there's no 5G towers, but eventually.
You know how peaceful that would be, though, as a djinn, not having to deal with anyone, just out in the wilderness.
I think he kind of gets off on making the wishes, though.
Probably a little bit. Yeah, he seems like he's enjoying his job.
And I kind of liked it because he wasn't an all-knowing, like, perfect being. He made a ton of mistakes, and he even talks about that. And he even talks about why, that makes sense why he wouldn't be peaceful, because he loves stories. He's like, that's my biggest fault is I love women for one. Come on.
He does all these years. They have so many women have screwed him over, and he's like, you know what? Still into him.
But he says, he's like, I'm a sucker for a good story, though. He's like, I'm a sucker for a good story. Yeah. But he wasn't perfect. He got screwed 9 times out of 10. Honestly, not a good genie.
No.
But once you fuck him, there's a part 2 where you get some crazy, they call it something, genie love or something like that, but it's like you've unlocked.
It's like that divine love.
Divine love, I think that's what it was, yeah. Because remember, the inventor gets it, and she screws the old guy, and he damn near, his head explodes.
And it doesn't stop.
His head's literally, his eyes go real tiny, like little
and they
little
get
pin drops.
sucked into his eyes, man.
That's
powerful.
Oh my God.
I sure would love one of those.
And if you're that guy, and if you're that guy,
you're never the same. You won't be able to walk after something like that.
He couldn't talk.
No, he
swallowed his tongue. He could not.
Crazy.
He could not function after it. Yeah, it was too much. I mean,
especially at that old age, I'm shocked.
Especially in the 1700s, where it's like, you know, a piece of chocolate and you're fucking, you've never heard, never experienced anything in your life. Then some girl comes with some fucking time traveling shit. And yeah, it's making you a different man for sure. But yeah, eventually he gets old, decrepit, 5G again, kills him, the satellite towers. Yeah, I don't know.
All that fun
stuff.
It
felt like they just had to wrap it up at the end. To me, it could have been perfectly fine to just say, he's got to keep going. He's got to keep making wishes or whatever, or he's going to start decaying.
Or instead, he just goes to the realm of jinn.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
Right.
Yeah.
Which sounded awesome. You hanging out with all the genies,
all
the other jinns. Yeah, why the hell not? But really, it ends up just being, she just says, get the fuck out of here. And then every 3 years or something, he comes back.
He can come back, yeah.
They probably make sweet genie love.
Oh, yeah, just for a second. But that's all she needs. She only needs it once every 3 years when your eyes are getting sucked into your skull.
I mean, once is a good for enough. That old man never walked again.
No, he didn't. He never talked again. He was never the same.
He was comatose for the years.
He was perfectly content with dying. Oh, yeah. After that, he said, "You know what? I'm good."
He said, "Just
I've experienced
put me in a hole.
Yeah,
just
seriously.
bury me." Yeah, yeah, for sure. But yeah, it was all right. I thought it was better than it should have made more money at a box office. That's
it definitely should have.
And I think a lot of people would have really liked it. It's a simple enough story. I'll
be honest with you, I like this a lot. Now, is it my favorite movie of 2022? No, I'm not going that far. But was it enjoyable? Am I upset that I paid $20 to rent this film? No, because I actually sat there and just enjoyed the whole thing.
Yeah, the visuals are great. I would have actually have seen it in a theater for sure on a big screen, because I think
it would have been nice.
I think going to all those different places would have been really, really cool. But yeah, it's a perfectly fine film. Yeah, I'm surprised more people didn't see it. But MGM, who knows what the hell's going on over there?
Who knows?
I mean, since this movie's come out, MGM has been bought and sold multiple times.
Yeah, we don't even know who the owners are anymore. It's like, it's up in the air.
It's gone through 4 different hands since this film dropped, and it's only been a few months. So
it's rough.
But this film came out very quickly on VOD, so hopefully maybe it makes some money back.
Yeah, I'm hoping
on VOD, because you want George Miller to keep
be
making
movies,
films.
yeah.
Absolutely. But his Mad Max films are always going to make $1 billion, right?
Yeah, I could imagine Furiosa's budget is probably pretty big.
Oh, yeah, and if it's anything like Fury Road, it went over budget by like $40 million. So
yeah, we don't have a budget yet because obviously it's 2024. But when it does come out, we'll definitely report on that.
Oh yeah, and those films are so expensive to make. They go make them in Africa or the Sahara or something like that.
What was the last Mad Max film made?
Fury
Was
Road.
it Fury Road?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's see what the budget was in 2015 for this.
It went way over. So it's estimated because it went over so much.
Oh, okay, about 154 to 185.
Yeah.
Made 375 back. So yeah, Furiosa will probably be 150 billion. Or million. Billion. That's a big budget, man. Let me tell you. You can do whatever you want.
They're filming on gold reels.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I would say probably 150 million. Maybe they're trying to keep it a little cheaper, but it has a big name attached to it too.
It does. A couple big names. So
For sure. I can't wait. Yeah, that is 3,000 Years of Longing. Mason, any final words or statements on that?
I mean, overall, like I enjoyed this film. I think it's well worth the $20. Like if you and your spouse or you and your boyfriend, girlfriend want to watch this, like it's a good romantic film, fantasy film.
For
to
sure.
watch.
I think it would have done even better if it came out during February, right when nothing's coming out and people are pining for levy shit.
Yeah.
But
I do recommend this. So if you guys, if this piqued your interest, go and check out 3,000 Years of Longing. You can find this on early access on Prime Video. That is our review for 3,000 Years of Longing. If you guys like what you've seen here, please be sure to smash that like button, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification as we drop videos here every single day. Thank you so much for watching and listening. My name is Mason Knight. That is Cash Krause. Until next time.
my